There we go.
Now I have it.
There we got it. Okay, cool.
I hear her coming. I think we got it.
The volume?
Yeah, volume. Yeah. I think so.
Okay, great. I was just saying, and you guys couldn't hear me, I was just saying there are 4 different places I could turn the volume on, so apparently I didn't turn the right one on.
Oh, hold on. Okay, now they said now they can hear us.
Awesome, great. Okay. So welcome everybody. If you guys are tuning in, you know why you're here. We're going to do the unboxing for the May Best Bead Box. And the theme for this month is Seaside Zen. So we wanted to have a nice calming box, something that makes some projects that you could wear to the beach, on your yacht. So that was kind of our goal with this box. And if you haven't gotten it yet, you are going to, of course, see everything in this unboxing. So if you want to be surprised, just walk away. Don't turn it off because then we won't get the views. Just walk away, turn off the volume, walk away in another room, and then leave it playing. Okay. So, see, somebody said that there was no sound, but you guys are hearing us because you know I said yacht. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear us. I think you guys can. Okay, so let's get to the fun part here. So let's do the overhead here and let's make sure. Good, okay. So Seaside Zen, this is the Best Bead Box XL, but we're going to start with the unboxing of the Best Box items, and then we'll continue on with the XL items. So let me go back here, just to make sure I get my view here right. Okay, cool. So for Seaside Zen, I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you because I do this every time. Take some time for yourself this month and sit by the ocean with your beads. I just had a funny image of like somebody sitting by their pool in their bikini trying to bead and
make a bracelet.
Focus your breathing and find your inner peace in hues of cerulean, jade, and gold. This is your chance to slow down and obtain calming Om with this month's Seaside Zen Best Bead Box. Namaste. So you can see obviously all about the Zen, all about getting in a good mindset. So hopefully that this box achieves that for you. Okay, so let's start looking at cool projects. Yoga bracelet. So the yoga bracelet is a great project to get you away from all the bead weaving. We've been throwing in some other things besides bead weaving, and this is another one that if you don't have thread needles or if you're just not a bead weaver, this is a great one for you. Or if you just want to try something different. Do you want me to run and grab it? Because I did not. And if I don't know if Amber's paying attention, maybe she could, go around and grab it.
Okay.
We did this last month too.
Yeah.
We're off our game. I apologize. We would love the feedback, and we're working on solutions to the patterns being smaller. So these are actually really great little mini patterns because they're a little bit easier to travel and take with you. They fit in the boxes better, saves us some time. So there's coming up, you're going to be able to actually scan and get the larger pattern. That's something we're working on. I believe that is going to be one of our solutions to that. But overall, we tried not to downsize the font that much, so it should be similar to what it was before. And when we can make it bigger on patterns, we will. So the yoga bracelet, Jenny is going to run and grab it right now. But so for the yoga bracelet, you're going to get a variety of beads that are great for basic stringing, and anything that's a one-hole bead that's good for basic stringing, you can also use in bead weaving. So basic like single hole beads have have a lot of different purposes, a lot of different uses. So you're going to get, one of the fun new things you're going to get is this dragon cord. This is a nylon cord, and it's great for the yoga bracelet, of course, but any kind of knotting project. It's similar to like an S-lon or a silk cording. And what you're going to do with this is, let me open the pattern here, a series of knots. So what you're going to do is add the button on, and you've got a series of knots that you're going to do to hold on all of your beads. And the pattern, of course, is completely up to you. So you can follow a similar pattern to what it shows on the front here, or you can do anything you want. You can mix them up. You can do one bead and then throw in another one. So the first thing we have here are the Potomac Crystal Bicones. And this is a really pretty light sapphire AB. So that is a great kind of multi-purpose color. Sapphire goes with a lot of different things. People love blue, so if you have friends that you want to make jewelry for, blue is always a good go-to color. And sapphire, that's also a birthstone. So if you have anybody that you know that has that birthstone, this is a great project for them as well.
Tassel caps.
So in addition, oh, okay. Yeah, so we have, so yoga bracelet. We have this in a variety of different, we've done this a couple different times. We also have this as a kit. This one is, oh, this one keeps going and going. So here's one yoga bracelet. So you can see what you're going to do is a series of knots and wraps, and it just creates a really great bracelet that flows really well. So you'll have enough materials to do at least 1 or 2 wraps here, depending on how long you want to make it. A lot of the beads in the box that were run through the bagging machine. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I will have to check in with production with that. I haven't noticed that. So in addition to the crystal bicones, you're going to get some O beads.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Here, I'm going to show O beads on here. So you're also going to get some O beads. And O beads are one of those beads that's really great for bead weaving or stringing. In this really nice, fun, bright, like crystal lab color. Stephanie, I love that bracelet. Yeah, it's a really great bracelet for year-round, but it's a great summertime bracelet, so wanted to do that. Oops, let's take this down a little bit. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, do you want to do the...
Yeah.
thing? Okay, sorry. I didn't finish my thought there. So we're going to get...
As all this.
I made a little scissor motion. 3mm faceted rounds, and this really pretty turquoise color. And then we also have some 4mm rounds, and these are in tortoise. So
that's one of my all-time favorite beads.
yeah, I love the tortoise. This is a really great neutral color too. But you can see we've got some like seaside colors. We have the sand, we have the ocean, we have the waves cresting and the foam and all that, so it's really fun. And then we also have some wood beads, and these wood beads are great for if you're doing hemp knotting, or of course what we're doing here with the S-lon. I want to ball of them because it's a lot.
I wanted to say, if you do have issues with this little wooden bead, and you have a beading awl or a really thick needle, you can open up that hole to get them on the cording. That helps. That helps.
Yeah, because the wood beads, these are natural and they're very lightweight, so it makes them great for projects. We're going to use a lot of beads and you don't want it to be heavy. So they're very lightweight, and because they're natural wood, if they do have, like you said, if they have a little clog or something, they are so easy to just take a beading awl and ream that out. It's a lot easier to do that with the natural wood than it is to do it with a glass bead, because a glass bead, you're gonna press too hard, you know, break it.
Yeah, those, if you go way too far, you might break it, but not like a glass bead.
Yeah. And then we've got, so I already talked about the bead tech. So you did that little card. Do you want to tell us about the bead tech, the Eslon? It's similar to Eslon.
Dragon cord.
Dragon cord.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to say about it. I just really good here. Can I put this there?
Talk it up, Jenny.
I really like it. I do really like it. I made a yoga bracelet for myself, and the cord holds up really well. Mm-hmm. And then it's nice because you can, what I did for mine was I put a little bit of permalac on the ends before I started. And the pattern will say that too, because that helps with the ones that are a little bit smaller. And then another cool thing about it is that it's nylon, so you can burn the ends with your thread burner. Yeah. So that's really nice, because then you don't have to use a glue, because when you work with something and you have to tie it off and it's a glue, because you can't burn the ends and cauterize the end and melt it and make your knot like really secure. Sometimes the glue just makes it stiff and it ships after a while and gets like kind of gross. So I'm always a fan of something that will prevent you from using glue. I try to stay away from glue unless I have to use it. Clear nail polish, same kind of thing. But still, I prefer to stay away from it if I can. So that is the dragon cord there. We're going to be getting more colors of it, and I think another size or two. But this is just kind of to get us started and to start working with it. I love this color.
Yeah, and this is a great color. It's a silver color, so it's very neutral. You kind of use it with everything. And then, of course, we wanted to give you some charms here, so to really get into the feel of Seaside. And you have two, so make a pair of earrings if you don't want to put it on your, And then in button, of course, so that you can do a closure. You can also use, for a button for this, you can also use a larger bead from your stash and just put that at the end, and that'll work as a closure just as well. So,
one of the questions there is asking the difference between an awl and a bead reamer. Sometimes the bead reamers have diamond tips, so they will grind down the hole inside of the bead. Whereas the awls are good for doing other techniques, so it's very smooth. So I guess that's
similar. An awl is smooth, and a reamer has a sandpaper texture.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. I think you could think of a reamer as could you say a reamer is an awl, but an awl isn't always a reamer?
No, because it's like you can't use a reamer as an awl.
Well, you can't, So like, I see.
You see what I mean?
It's like a square is always a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't always a square.
No, a rectangle is always a square, and a square is not always a rectangle.
Right.
Either of those.
I don't know. I don't know what I just said. Okay, shall we move on to something that we do know about? Okay, let's talk about stash beads. So we've got the yoga bracelet, of course, and then in addition to the, I honestly never knew there was a difference. I think a lot of people just use them interchangeably, and as long as you know what you're getting across, it's all good.
I've had the packages that have said reamer we've sold before, and it looks exactly like an awl. So it's a little tricky sometimes.
Focus the overhead camera.
I think you got it.
Okay, there we go. I think that did it. I can't see that it's not focused, so okay, cool. So what else do we have there, Jenny?
Piggy beads.
Piggy beads. Yeah, so there's a project I have in mind for these piggy beads. Sometimes you can make really cool designs just doing some basic stringing. And actually, do we have some head? Yeah, actually, I can just use this. This actually would be great. So I'm going to do a little like, I'm going to play around a little bit today. Yeah, hand me the scissors if you have them over there.
I put them in the box.
Cool. So I'm going to take some of this. And I didn't prepare ahead of time to do this, kind of on the fly, so hopefully I don't embarrass myself. But these piggies are really cool because they have 2 offset holes. So one is going through the center, and one is, if you want to also talk about some other things. So it's not just watch Anna play around. Did I go this way? Okay. So I'm going to string a few of these piggies here. String a few of these piggies here so we can see how these work. And then let's also talk about some other things so people don't just watch me do this.
We also have the pewter round beads.
Yeah, so they're also, they would also be good on the yoga bracelet, or just like, if you guys remember last year, if you look on YouTube, the safari bracelet, you can do something very similar with the Eslon if you don't want to do a knotting technique, or if you don't want to do as much knotting as the yoga bracelet.
Somebody said the piggies look like tiny buttons, and that would you probably be able to use that as your button if you wanted to.
Yeah, you absolutely could. Yeah.
Be cute. So tiny.
So the piggy beads, if you string them all, through the through the offset hole, they go side to side. So let me string a few more so I can show this better, because it doesn't work with just a couple that I have here. So what else do we have in there, Jenny?
These are really cute. Fossil check glass, pressed glass.
Yes, give me one of those. I have an idea for those. These are, again, like very seaside-y. We got somebody helping us here because
she's not here. There's nobody here.
Yeah. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't tell if it's focused or not.
I thought it was.
I know, it looks like it does. Yeah, so these are really cool. These are single fold shell beads in this like aqua travertine color. Again, like super seaside-y. And I'm going to make a little pair of earrings with these and show you guys how to make a really cool pair of just like simple dangles with some fluff to them.
I didn't realize how many of the things you could put in your yoga bracelet from the stash.
Yeah, you can actually put quite a lot of things just in the yoga bracelet. Okay, what else we got, Jenny?
Check faceted rondelles.
Oh yeah, so these are actually the ones. Oh, sorry, hoarding them. Yeah, so these are actually the ones that we used in the Greta bracelet recently.
That's so pretty. The bracelet and these beads.
Yeah, and they are really pretty. It's a crystal travertine color. The facets is one of the things that makes them so pretty. And you're getting quite a lot of beads. I want to say about 20 or so. So you can actually make almost a full bracelet with that and maybe like one other little thing.
Even if you wanted to do just like lighter browns, you could use some of your tortoise beads.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And add some of these in there, and that's a great little collection. Yeah. So go ahead while I continue to struggle over here a little bit.
We also have 11 Odelicas in jet.
Yeah, so some jet, again, that look really good with the tortoise shell. And delicas are great for if you want to do any kind of bezeling. We have an 8 size silk. Yep, text 210 is the size. So I've done a couple. I'm going to keep going with these piggies. Okay. Give me all the piggies. Give me all the piggies. Okay, what else we got there?
These are just like the piggies in color, but the Cali bead
Oh yeah, so the Cali bead, that's a 3-hole bead.
Put it up here.
So we don't actually do, you don't see a ton of 3-hole beads. There's a lot of 2-hole beads, not a ton of the 3-hole beads.
These had a really nice touch though, even if you used them just as a little spacer.
Yeah, they'd be great. So with the Piggy beads here, what I'm doing is I'm just stringing them, and you can see that if you go through one hole, they offset from each other. So I want to make a little project with this, not right now, but with a round trio. You could also use a Cali bead for this video. Oh, cool. Oh, yes. So round trios, they have 3 holes. So if there's something that, a project that uses 3-hole bead, you could try putting the Cali in there, and you may have to add some extra seed beads on the side, but that would work. So with the Piggies, you can see that there's sort of offset, which I think Jenni's head may be in the way. But you can see that they're offset, and so if you string them and they go back and forth, because you can see in this one here, you've got the hole going through the center and the hole off to the side. And so when you string them, they offset each other, and it's pretty cool the way that works. I've seen a lot of bracelets that are made just stringing them, and you've got a really cool simply strung bracelet with like that sort of woven or braided effect. So
the dragon cord would be really good for that too, because you get we still get a nice flow with it.
Yeah. So I'll have to finish this on my own time. So I got those, and cabochon. I made some. I brought some head pins in actually over
right
here.
there.
Yeah, because I'm gonna make an earring, and I'm going to show people an idea for one of these beads, or for some of these beads.
Do you want some daisy spacers?
Ooh, actually, yeah, I could really use some daisy spacers. So the daisy spacers are just a really great thing to have in your stash, because whether you do stringing or bead weaving or wire working, they're just super useful for tons of different designs.
I just realized that I was moving things and had my hand in front of them pretty much the whole time. Sorry.
So what I'm making here, not to cut you off, Jenni.
No, it's fine. That's what I was saying. We're done.
What I'm doing here is I have some head pins that I grabbed from my stash, and I'm just going to make some simple overhand loops here, and then you can see that I'm going to make a pair of earrings out of them. So I'm just going to do this. What video? Oh, we have a video actually coming out in June, but we have other videos as well that are going to show you how to do the simple wrapped loops.
Or the rendezvous.
Oh yeah, the rendezvous. Yeah, how could I forget the rendezvous? So the rendezvous shows you, the rendezvous necklace shows you how to do some basic wire working techniques, and we have other videos as well. So I'm going to take a minute here to make a bunch of these little charms or dangles, and then show you how to incorporate those into a super cool earring. Okay, go ahead, Jenni. What else? What else we got?
German crystals.
Oh, those are nice. Like I didn't know
getting the box for the first time.
I didn't know what was in it. Stop adding beads. It will be up to our armpits. You guys want less beads? We can send you less beads, but I feel like we set a precedent. I have to live up to this now. And you want variety, right? You don't want 3 beads. You want a good variety.
All the beads.
Want all the beads. Yeah, so I'm using some of these little wood rondelles to make some of my little charms and dangles now. Yeah, so these are really fun. In the Monet bracelet recently, we used, I think they were the gold drops that we used in the Monet. But these are the same beads, and they're great for lots of different things, but also really good if you're doing like a fringe. They'd be really great at the end of a pair of fringe earrings.
Cute.
Yeah.
She does want all the beads in her boxes, but she doesn't want us to keep adding the beads.
Huh?
I'm not sure what that means.
Okay. All the things. You want all the beads. Good. Okay. I would just want to make sure we're not disappointing you by sending you too many
Oh,
things.
no, I got it. She doesn't want her yoga bracelet to be up to her elbow.
Oh, okay.
Well, then you can just add 3 of
These aren't all for the yoga bracelet. Although, I mean,
you could put this in there. You could put this in there.
You could, yeah, you could absolutely, but you only got 12 or 13 feet of the cord, so you can't make a super long yoga bracelet. So you'd have to get something else for that. Okay, Jenny, what else we got?
Storm duo.
Oh wait, are we up to?
No, we're still.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we're not going into XL territory, but we're not.
One more after this.
Okay, go for it. Storm duo.
This really pretty red color.
Is it behind your head? It's
Probably.
Behind your head. Jenny, stop hiding those beads.
And I was making a joke because they're jet red luster, but that means you're getting a green bead.
Yeah. So the green, I wanted to throw some green in there because we have this from green to turquoise to blue. So we kind of have the whole gamut of that, like crystal blue water and the ocean, a little algae and seaweed growing on the side. Or if you're like me and you are cleaning off your deck and your deck furniture, you've got a little
bit of green.
A little bit of green on your lawn furniture. So, oh, what did you drop?
I don't know.
Oh,
it's an XL. An XL bead.
Okay, we'll get to it soon. So when we get to the XL beads, I'll put this together. We'll take a 2-minute break so I can show how to put these together.
Sharp triangles.
Sharp triangles.
That's the last in the
So these sharp triangles you can also put, I'm sorry, but you can also put them in the yoga bracelet. They were originally on the yoga bracelet, but I didn't want to include them with your little kit just in case some people had a hard time putting them on because they have a little bit smaller holes. So definitely feel free to include them. They would look really great with this color palette here, but I didn't want anybody to feel obligated and then get frustrated if the holes are a little too small. So those are an option for you there. Really as with like almost any of these beads except for the storm duos because there are 2 holes here. Although you could probably come up with something real funky with that.
You could probably even get the delicas on there.
Oh yeah, you could absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Now that's it for the
That's it for the, okay. This is a nice, I mean, every month for some reason I'm surprised. Like
how it comes together.
Yeah, like I didn't pick these things out. Yeah, the cabochon's really fun. I would do like a really cool pendant, and the black delicas would look really nice framing these really bright colors in the cabochon. And then you could embellish it with some of the storm duos or some of the blues if you have some leftovers from your yoga kit. And then you could do like a fringe with these guys here, with these drops. So you can make a cool like embroidered or bezeled pendant. I think that would be really fun. Why the green is called red luster. So this is one of those things that you know you've worked at Potomac Beads long enough and you're like, you're a real employee now because you understand that jet red luster is actually green. You know you're a new employee if you're like, why is jet red luster green? So the bead is actually coated in a red luster coating, but because it's on a jet colored bead, it's chemistry. It's the way that it works, that the coating interacting with the jet bead looks black.
Green.
Or green, sorry. I don't know my colors. Yeah, I don't know if it's like a chemical reaction or if it's just the way that I don't, you know, just the way that it looks, but it turns out green. So who knows? And a lot of the beads that are jet red luster will put metallic green or green metallic like in parentheses so people understand, because we've had so many people contact and ask or tell us you have the wrong picture for this bead
or the wrong label.
Yeah. Chemical reaction, kind of like how some women will try to dye their hair blonde, but it comes out snot green. Yeah, I guess
Could be.
everything wants to turn out green. Fortunately, this is a much prettier shade of green. So I'm going to make a little pair of earrings here and show you how to make just a really simple and cool pair of earrings for going to the ocean or on your yacht, whatever you want to do. These are really good focal beads. So I'm going to take one of these and do I want to put, yeah, I want to put that on the top. I didn't think through this the whole way yet. Okay. And I'm just going to put that on a head pin. And I'm going to add a ring or a loop at the top. Oh, am I out of focus or am I?
I think my head might be in your way again.
Oh. Jenni, I stab your head.
Did you?
I don't know. I was trying to know if I could. I'm on a delay here, so I don't know what I did. So I'm just going to add a loop.
Yep, it looks like you're putting
okay, okay,
good. You got it. Good job.
Okay, just added a little loop to the top there. And then, actually, I don't think I have a, do you have a ring, a jump ring? No, that's fine. I'll make my own jump ring. So, and then I'm going to actually make my own jump ring with a little piece of wire that I have here. It's just a little piece that I took off from one of my head pins here. And just coil this around. My round nose pliers here. And then I want to cut it so it ends and stops at the same point there. And if you do this and you make your own little jump ring, it's a good idea to give it a little tap with the hammer. And Jenni, you're actually more into wire working than I am. Is that true, or did I just lie to everybody?
No, it's true.
Okay.
Because when you hammer it, you're heating it up, so it tempers it to be a little stronger.
Ah, perfect. I knew you'd have an explanation or tell me if I was wrong. So I'm going to treat this just like a little jump ring. It could have actually made a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to take these little dangles that I made and add them on here. So I'm going to put a few on this one and then make another jump ring and attach it, because this one isn't big enough.
Can I say real quick, when you're hammering, somebody's asking about hammering wire, you can buy, if you use a normal hammer that you have in your house, you might ruin your piece, but you can buy, and we sell a two-headed hammer. So the one side just has a padding, and that will just make your pieces stronger, and then the other side will flatten it and make it look good, have that cool, almost faceted look to it. And I recommend that guy because I learned the hard way.
Is that the one that has like a rubber side and a flat? Yeah.
I think it's a mallet. It's called a mallet.
Yeah. So I made my ring a little bit bigger. When you make the ring, if you are at the very tip of your pliers, it's going to make a smaller ring. And if you go back on your round nose pliers, it's going to make a larger ring. Of course, because it's wider back there and skinnier at the front. So if you are continually making your own jump rings, I would take a little Sharpie marker and put a note or put a little line where you like that size jump ring, so you're consistent and always making it the same spot. And then you'll get a nice consistency.
And if you don't like that spot, you can just get it off with alcohol and try again.
Yeah. Yeah, or put a couple lines on in some different colors if you have a couple different sizes you like. So I made that jump ring bigger because it wasn't really big enough to get everything on there. I should have two flat nose, but I have a round and a flat.
Wasn't gonna say anything.
And I said it for you, it's fine. I knew you were thinking it. I know you were sitting over there judging me silently.
It just cringed a little.
It's fine. It's fine to me. So I'm going to use my smaller ring here, and I'm going to add a couple on the top. Can you see this okay? Okay. Oh, it's right between us.
I'll move over again. Somebody said they use a rawhide mallet.
Oh yeah.
Shelly, I can't see that far. Those are nice too. I've used those before as well, but I think you need to hit it a lot more
to make it hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just closing up my ring here.
They're really nice though because they won't mess up your project at all.
So there is you want to hand me some earwires out of there?
Oh, sure.
I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but
oh my gosh,
dropping things all over. So this is there we go. Some earrings. So then all you have to do once you've attached the dangles on top is just grab your, is that it? That's not it. To find my jump ring amidst all these other rings and hang that on there. So I'm just going to add that to the end of my ear wire. And there's a great little earring just for like every day. Isn't that cute, Jenni?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Adorable.
Adorable, thank you. Yeah, so you can take a lot of these little beads that you use in the yoga bracelet and use them as little charms, add them on top of a larger focal bead, and really simple, classic kind of earring.
You could, if you want them to be just a tiny bit asymmetrical, you could do on your other earring, you could put them on the bottom.
Yeah, that's actually a really popular look now, to have them asymmetrical. I see that all the time. Yeah. Or you could take chain and add them for like a longer look. So lots of fun stuff you can do with that. Yeah, and very, very simple and fun. Okay, so we're going to dive into the XL.
You want to put that in first?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So if you got the best box, you're going to get all of this stuff, and you can make this adorable pair of earrings. And then if you got the XL, what are you doing, Jenni?
I'm moving them.
What are you doing, Jenni?
I'm moving them so there's room for the others.
Okay. Yeah, that's true actually, because we're gonna have to start working like just between our heads here.
Space down here still.
So for the XL now, you're going to get the crystal tassel caps. So the crystal tassel caps earrings are a design that we did a little while ago, but they're really cute and they're great for again, like summer. I see these and I think if you're going boating, or they can also be formal enough that if you're going out in the evening, but it's like a nice summer night and it's warm and you're outside on the, on the boardwalk or something, like this is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really great design for that.
Flashy.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we have for crystal tassel caps?
Tassels.
Tassels.
And if you
Who
want,
would have thought?
if you want to have a bracelet up to your elbow, put them on it too. Where should I put them? Right here?
I thought they were Christmas trees when I first saw the, oh, these?
I can see how far away you would see
Yeah, that is funny. I guess you could make them in different colors. Yeah, you could definitely also add something to the bottom of the earring. You could keep going, and you could add a tassel if you wanted to. Yeah, that would be adorable. So for the crystal tassel caps, we have tassels, of course. Again, in like a pretty like jade or a light blue color. We're going with like these light sandy and beachy colors. And then we also have disco balls.
See them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you'll get more than you need to do the pattern itself. So make some other like simple little earrings with these, or do another like yoga type bracelet or basic stringing. Of course, you could add them with these and do another kind of beachy theme. And then we also have some 11-Os. Or 15-Os. We have 15-Os.
I don't know if you'll be able to see this one at all.
We have 15s and 11-Os.
Yeah. Gilt line silver 15.
Yeah.
If I pour enough out, maybe you'll be able to see
Trust us, it's there.
I love that. I love that one. That's one of my
the
favorites.
gilt line silver is A really pretty color because it has a depth to it and it has like a milky quality to it, so it kind of gleams. It's really great for like more formal pieces, like wedding jewelry, because it gives you that color, but it gives you a little bit more depth and substance than just like a crystalline silver. Yeah.
And the 11.
And then 11-O's.
Dyed.
Go ahead and put them over down here, yeah.
That's a dyed silver lined blue zircon.
Yeah. One of my favorite colors. That blue zircon. I don't know if I haven't actually looked, but I think that's definitely one of the better sellers that we have. That's just a really good color that people like. Yeah.
And then Potomac crystal bicones, little tiny ones.
Someone said I've always been XL. I won't ask for clarification.
There you go.
Yep, and little 2mm bicones. You can use bicones or 2mm rounds. The shape doesn't really matter in this particular project. They'll work just as well either way. And that is, oh, and then of course the ear wires. I took them out early, but you're going to get some ear wires, and you're actually going to get a pack of 4 ear wires with backs. So this is why I'm suggesting like another pair of earrings, because you'll have that other pair of ear wires right there. So while you're making earrings, go ahead and make another pair. So that's for the crystal tassel caps. And the pattern is pretty simple. It's going to be very similar to if you're used to doing like a right angle weave. Right angle weave is going to be used in this, and then we're just going to embellish it a little bit and add the tassel to it underneath. So if you're a right angle weave fan, it's projects for you. So now we're going into stash. So what do we have for our stash?
Rizzo's, aluminum silver. Oh. Crystal Lab, Rizzo's.
So we've got some more silver going on here. So we have silver and gold. Some of that like warm and cool colors mixed together, just like a day at the beach.
I love that.
Yeah. And these are, again, like really fun for lots of different things. We have, you could do a fluff bracelet, include these. And these drops would look really nice in a fluff bracelet. So if you look at the Monet bracelet that we did a little while ago, a lot of these beads will translate really well into a style like that.
You could have a challenge to use all of them.
And you could do it.
You could do it.
And you could do it. And you could do it. Over here maybe. Let's move over here. Yeah, so you're actually getting a ton of tubelets. For a box, I'm giving you quite a lot of tubelets, and it's a little. We didn't quite get to the end, did we? But it doesn't matter. So your bonus pattern.
Just more.
Okay. So your bonus pattern, if you are an XL subscriber, not an XL, you're gonna get the luminous necklace as your bonus pattern. So in February with the rendezvous, you would have had an extra one of these beads. This is the Potomac Crystal Pear Drop. So you got an extra one of those. And if you've already used it, that's fine. We don't expect you to hold all your stuff. But the luminous bracelet uses one of those crystal pear drops and tublet beads. You need about 31 pieces. And I think you're going to get quite a bit more than that. I have to look, but I'm pretty sure you're going to get quite a bit more than that. Yeah, so yeah, that's quite a lot. So you can make a luminous bracelet or necklace with what you have here. And then of course, thread and needle. It's also asking for 2mm rounds and some seed beads. Those things you may have in your stash, or you can just kind of add whatever you want to it.
If you don't want to make, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
If you don't want to make the tassel cap earrings, you'll have them.
Yeah, and you'll have a few more of these left over from the tassel caps, but the necklace part of the luminous necklace is stringing, so you can string on any pattern you want with any little beads. So that gives you basically an entire new project that you could just swap some beads out for and make that. Okay, so getting back to
the last two stash.
Getting back to
no, a few more. We have
what you got in there?
bead frames.
Oh yeah, the bead frames. So these are fun.
Put them right in between our heads there.
Yeah, the bead frames. You can find a bead that fits in there, or you can stack some things. So there's lots of different things you can do with that, and they're just great for some basic stringing. Or you can always embellish them with. Why can I never think? It's not square stitch. When you do
circular brick stitch.
Brick stitch, yeah. I do it all the time. I don't know why I have a mental block when it comes to it. Yeah, so I would say do something like that where you add a bead and then embellish around it with the brick stitch and use, and they are beads. So you could do like a brick stitch bead and then string them.
Oh, that's a really good idea too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have so many ideas, but I don't do them all.
Do you want these next ones?
Oh, if you missed February, you can just get the beads online. I mean, we've got a few hundred. We have a few hundred in stock. Sorry, go ahead.
The next one is
and then
a mini.
Yep, and then some round do minis. And we have these in jet. So you could do, if you take out some of the beachier colors, you can also do sort of like a night on the town, really formal thing with the silvers and the blacks and the golds. And I like mixing the metal colors. So the silver and the gold together is really nice to me. Yeah, it's very classy. So you almost got like 2 different themes in this box.
Yeah. Bead stopper.
And then a bead stopper, one little bead stopper.
Here? Nope.
Here somewhere. Yeah. So if you haven't used a bead stopper before, it's probably because you haven't done basic stringing. Or if you have done basic stringing and you haven't used a bead stopper, you know how frustrating it is. It uses round do mini, and you can use a ton of she means items, not otems. She's just invented her own word.
Who, Allie?
Yeah, otems. I'm assuming that's Allie. So look at all the otems you got. Yeah, bead stopper is fantastic, and if you don't know how it works, it is an extremely simple and useful tool. So at the end of whatever wire or string material you're using, go ahead, Jenny, show them how they work. You pinch it. Yeah, so you just pinch the ends and it opens this little spring so you can just attach it to the end of your wire. And then as you work and you string your beads, they don't fall off because you've got the stopper. I've watched my mom struggle many times.
And you had a handful of bead stoppers.
Yeah, so if you have ever worked on a project and your beads have fallen all over the floor and you can't find them and you're digging under the couch and in the couch for things, this should make your life a lot easier. It's a great little tool that everybody should have, so we wanted to make sure that we included that for you.
If you use it on elastic, put it at the very end because it'll sever that little part.
Oh yeah, it could squeeze like your stretch
elasticity.
Yeah, something like that. It could give it like a little dent and squeeze it. So, but it works great for every kind of string material. That's me. Yeah, that happens to every one of us. So that'll solve that little problem for you there. So that is it. As with all of these, I'm exhausted at the end. So many beads. And I have so many ideas now. I need to start making some things and putting things together. So we'll actually be back next week to teach you one of the things that I do make with this. I don't know, like I haven't actually nailed it down yet, so I don't know, maybe we should do some little like brick stitch forms, frames. I don't know, I have so many different ideas, but I know. I'm not going to tell you because I don't know yet what it's going to be. So you will have to just come back next week, same place and time, and check in, and we will make something fun together. So thank you guys for checking it out today. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're not a subscriber, why are you watching this?
Oh no.
Why are you watching this and not subscribing? This is so much fun. And we don't actually say it enough, but it's actually a super great value too, because you get 3 patterns, which should normally be $5 each. So you already, off the top, you have $15 worth of materials. And that's not even talking about the beads themselves. So you get inspiration, a cool color palette. Every month it changes. 3 different patterns for the XL. You get 1 pattern for the best. There's always a kit. So there's always a project that you're going to do. And a lot of times the cost of the kit by itself would actually be very similar to the cost of the box. Yeah, the whole box. So if you like beads and you don't mind a little surprise every month, box is a great value.
But you also we've been sending out some exclusive products that you get in the box before you get them on the website, which is really cool too.
Yes, just like this dragon cord.
The pie duos.
Yep. Yeah, so we try to include things like that. And you get introduced to neat beads. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we always throw a little something in there, something different, try to give you a good variety. So, I mean, I talked myself into it. I'm going to go subscribe. Hopefully I was able to talk you into it as well, although you're probably already a subscriber. Share it with your friends and talk them into it, and let me talk them into it. So thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to go on Facebook and post pictures of what you're making. If you make some earrings, if you make another yoga bracelet, if you do some basic stringing, embroidery, whatever you do, post it on there, because it gives everybody else fabulous ideas with what to do, and everybody thinks differently, so it's great to see what everybody is doing. Yeah. Also get nice tools for your work area. Yep, needle case, tape measure, and bead stopper.
And I was going to say
needle.
No, I was going to say needle case, but yeah, you were like, you just said that. Never mind.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, hey, thanks for. I'm notoriously terrible at goodbyes, so I just got to stop before I embarrass myself any farther. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out with us for an hour as we get to talk about beads and indulge ourselves in all of our ideas for creativity. So we will see you guys next week. Again, just remember to go on Facebook, join that Facebook group for the best bead box, share your ideas, and like the video. That way more people will get to see it, and we'll be able to introduce beading and get them hooked. So thanks again. Yep, thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a great day, everybody.